What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So we are just 7 weeks away from a big announcement from the Social Security Administration when it comes to the COLA increase. We're going to talk a little bit about that in this video. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell notification, and then click all. By clicking all, you'll get notified anytime we post a video. We do daily videos here, so by clicking the bell notification and clicking all, you should be getting updated every day. And just a reminder, thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. And if you'd like to follow me on Twitter and Threads, you can at the TEC Show Live. If you also like to follow my travel adventures, you can do that on Instagram at Travel Explorer Click. Okay, let's talk a little bit about this. So we are looking at, in just about 7 weeks, we're looking at a COLA announcement. Now, I've already told you guys when it comes to COLA for 2024, it's not going to be much, okay? Now, I'm just being straightforward with you guys when it comes down to it. I'm not going to promise you that there's going to be some type of big increase when it comes to COLA. It's just not going to happen. We're looking at between 2.5 and 3% of an increase. Okay, so we saw in 2023 it was 8.7%. It's not going to be anywhere near there. And so if you're one of those people who rely on Social Security for a major portion of your retirement, you're going to want to try to cut costs anywhere. And that's why on this channel, I talk a lot about the economy and how things are going and how inflation is affecting everything, because it's very important for us to focus on this when it comes to retirement, because you don't have any additional money coming in. And some people are looking for COLA to really help them, but in actuality, COLA is just to keep you up with the cost of living when it comes to inflation. However, it doesn't do a good job, and we know that, and I've proven that time and time again. I've shown you different studies that have been done when it comes to COLA and how your purchasing power continues to be less and less. There was a study done in 2023, this year, that looked at, they basically compared the purchasing power of a person receiving retirement back in 2000, and they compared it to that same person receiving retirement in 2023, and they saw a $516 decrease in the purchasing power. And so that would mean that that same person right now would need an additional $516 just to get the same purchasing power that they had back in 2000. And so, and I've done videos on this and I've talked about this, and I think this is something that we really should be getting the word out when it comes to this, because it will let these lawmakers know, look, an increase is something that needs to happen. It's not one of those things that, oh, this would be nice if we provided an increase for people receiving Social Security. No, this is something that needs to happen because the cost of living adjustments are not keeping up with inflation, and people receiving Social Security are really suffering as a result of that. Okay, let me show you this article here. And the title says here, only 7 weeks until next year's Social Security increase is announced. Here's how big a raise you can expect. Now, we already know, and I've told you this already, when it comes to the COLA increase, it's probably not going to be much. Okay, we're looking at, I would say, right now, if you were to ask me to make a prediction, I would say it's probably going to be about 2.7%. Okay, and the range right now is between 2.5% and 3%, so it's not going to be much. That equates to a person, the average person receiving Social Security at about $1,800. That would mean that that person is going to be looking at about $50 to $53 increase. That's not much at all. And then when you factor in, they're going to take a part of that for Medicare, you're probably going to, in Medicare right now, they're estimating it's probably going to go up about $10. And so realistically, you're looking at about $40 or $43 increase, which is not even a trip to the grocery store. So it's not going to be much. So the date here that we're looking at is October 12th. That is when the Social Security Administration should be providing us the information when it comes to the COLA for 2024. Now, the good news is I will be following this very, very closely, and I will let you guys know exactly what's going on when it comes to the increase. We've already seen 1 month, so July is already in the books, and it was at 2.7% for the CPIW. We're now going to be looking at the next 2 months. And so now we'll be watching August and September. Once we get those numbers in, then we can calculate. And I will calculate this information for you so you will know exactly what COLA is going to look like. And usually I can do that before the announcement, so before October 12th. So they're saying 7 weeks. we can probably have a really good idea right after we get the information from August. So let's say the second week of September, we'll have a good idea of what COLA is going to look like. I'm also going to put out a spreadsheet, and in that spreadsheet, I'm going to have every pay scale. So every pay scale for Social Security, and I'm going to put every amount. So I'm going to start somewhere around $400 or $500, and then I'm going to move all the way up to the maximum amount that you can receive in Social Security benefits. And then I will show you exactly what that will look like when it comes to COLA and what you'll be receiving. And like I said, I'll be able to do this before October 12th, but October 12th will be the official date, and mine will still be predictions until that point. So we're not going to have those final numbers until we have the final number for September, and we're not going to get that until October 12th. And one more thing I want to talk about is I want to talk about the letters. So I've been sending out letters. I've sent out 2 letters so far. I sent one to President Biden as well as former President Trump. Now, I will be sending out letters to all of the candidates who are running for president. So it's not just going to be President Biden and former President Trump. So I'll be sending those out as well. And I will be sending out a letter to the representative in my district as well as the 2 senators in the state of California. And so I'm really urging you guys to do this, because the only way that this is going to work is if you guys also send out letters. So if you guys are sending out letters as well, I'm sending out a letter, then they're going to really look at this and say, Social Security is something that we need to at least address. I also want to have them on record. I want to know how they feel about Social Security reform. I want to know how they feel about a Social Security increase. And so that's going to be, I'll be able to let you guys know what the response is, and we'll have a pretty good idea of how they feel about Social Security and Social Security increase, something that is desperately needed. And I've talked about this in the past. When it comes to an increase in Social Security, that's something that needs to happen. And so we're going to find out exactly what these politicians think about this. Now, we might not get any responses. We might get a few responses. We might get the majority of them not respond. That's fine, because that will give me information that I need when I go to the ballot booth. And I will not be supporting someone who doesn't even take the time to address my concerns when it comes to Social Security. So that's why I'm doing this. So I also need you guys to help out and do this as well. Now, if you guys have any questions when it comes to filling out the forms, I will post a link in this video. It will also be pinned in the comments at the very, very top. That link will show you exactly, it will walk you through exactly how to fill out this form, as well as I'll have links to the letters. So I've created these letters. So I have one for email, and then I have another one for if you want to just mail it in the mail. And right now I'm just sending out emails, but when I return to the US, I will start sending out letters via mail. Okay, so I'll sign it, print it out, sign it, and all that good stuff. And so I have 2 different versions of the letter, and I will have that in the comments, pinned at the very, very top there. So you'll have all the information that you need in order to send out these letters. Now, if you guys have any other questions, feel free to post it in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.